Good morning, everyone. Hello. My name is Stefan. You're already used to us. And today we'll be watching and we'll be trading, live trading actually. We'll be looking at some levels, see what we can frame, some updates of the charts and setups I have, and so on. We'll start slowly, um, initially by looking at Bitcoin and see what we can frame. Though I'd like to start with the I don't know administrative stuff matter. Don't forget to hit that like button and retweet, comment on Twitter if you didn't manage to. But I know most of you already came from Twitter. So just go and hit a comment because it helps a lot with the algorithm and hit that retweet and like. It helps a lot. And yeah, I'd be really grateful if you can do that. Posted the link in the chat. That being said, I think we can start. Good morning, Ricky. Hello, Andre. Hello, everyone. Good morning. So, I don't know. Lots of people are panicking over absolutely nothing. Market didn't move at all in the last 48 hours. Here. So you can see 1 day and 8 hours, let's say 2 days almost, of absolutely nothing. We had a Sunday rally, indeed, which most of the times we go straight for the weekend lows, which is highly probable, but I don't know if now necessarily, because I like the structure. And if we play level by level, then definitely we'd be looking at this first area. Let's update the volumes. There you go. So I'd be looking at this first area to hold for the moment. Let's see on the terminal, maybe we have anything there. One second. On MMT, looking at if we have any information, like any new one. So weekly open 106, 104, 600. Monday low at 104, 200. All right, so we are inside the Monday range, nothing too fancy. And if we are looking at POC and levels, we still have that 102, 600 confluence where we have lots of lacking volume cluster, 102, 600. So this area here where I have highlighted already, which is basically a 4-hour FEG with lots of confluences. Now there's no, you cannot say that, okay, the market will go there for sure, stuff like that. There is no such thing. Like it will go there for sure. So we need to play level by level. Well, make it more clear, Machiavelli, because that's about the price action. What manipulation do you see here on the price action? You need to make it more clear with more sustained arguments of what you observed. I honestly I wouldn't trade this area. I was looking for a short around here, but that wasn't given in the days that I was looking for it. what I'm looking forward now, it's actually maybe a retest around here, or maybe even a previous day low sweep and then higher. Maybe the price is really strong and takes this low, which I do think is strong. It's looking a little bit different. The structure is looking a little bit different because I saw everyone was counting on that Monday, the high of the week pattern, which we had previously, which is not a Monday high of the week, it's a Tuesday most of the times. And you can see even here, we had lots of signals like that. Well, this one was something else, but you see Monday, Tuesday, boom, Monday, Tuesday, boom. But they have to keep in mind the corrective pattern which took place here, and this was an impulsive pattern. So there's a big difference between um, what we had previously and how the market is looking now. And even if you go on daily, you can look at the line chart. You can see a double bottom pattern forming here. It's kind of the same stuff we had here and here. As long as we are holding the neckline, which is the Monday low, should be fine. If Monday low it's taken out, then pretty easy we can look at 0.5 min threshold of the 4-hour FEG or previous month low. Pretty easy, and weekend low swing failure. So we have to keep the thing simple and play level by level. Right now I have absolutely no edge in playing the market here. Even this Monday high swing failure was a little bit wacky because you don't have a big risk to reward. You can see the wick to the upside, and it's not a great risk to reward. It's a 3-1. Usually you like the Monday range to be a little bit higher, like wider, but for the moment it was really a really tight Monday range. We had a 2% Monday range. Now, well, if you zoom out, this was a Wyckoff distribution, then invalidated. If you zoom out, this is a Wyckoff distribution, then can be invalidated. Every local top was a Wyckoff distribution, but we are at the end of the phase right now. So the downside is limited. You want to position yourself here when you have a Wyckoff distribution. So why I would look for being bearish here at the bottom low. So it's a big difference between spotting a Wyckoff distribution around here and blasting the shorts at the top, like how you should do. Yeah, because we took lots of shorts here. If you go on Discord, you'll see that we shorted around here and we took profits here at the low. And that one was one of the plans which absolutely no one liked. So for me, it's absolutely useless to say, hey, look at that one. That's a Wyckoff distribution when you are already at the lows. So it's absolutely useless for me to say, well, look, that was a Wyckoff distribution and I'm already at the low. So it's good to spot the patterns and plan them way before they are happening, not after they're happening. So like, for example, here, yeah, nice short, 61.8 retest right here, nothing that you can do. You look for longs. That's why I'm implying that market should hold here at the range lows. It's a clear range for me, made by the liquidation week. And if you follow me for a long period of time, you'll know that I always mention when you have a liquidation candle, what the price will do. Who can tell me? What is the price doing when you have a liquidation candle? It's just a basic stuff. It's not rocket science. Price will not only retest, that's not the point, but will create a range inside that liquidation candle. So price will go to create price efficiency inside that big wick to the downside or to the upside. It's trying to create efficiency, and then it will create a range inside of that candle. And that's what exactly we did. I discussed about multiple longs here, 99,000. Um, Here it was the weekend, so I took absolutely nothing. But in this period, we blasted some altcoins longs, and we made banks on those longs. Posted way before the entry, explained them in the live trading sessions, and so on. But yeah, as long as we are holding liquidation event candle low and this pivot low, I think we should be fine. So nothing to be scared about. And I'll be still looking for long positions. If we get, for example, a 61.8 retracement, any of this area, for example, maybe swing failure of weekend lows here, or um, let's take this intermediate pivot low, because that's the impulsive move low. 1, 2, 3, you can see it here. Damn it. Okay. We can even speak about this intermediate area of support here. You can see this hold level and this one. So, and that can fall in confluence with having some stuff like this, where you had this manipulation to the upside, and we can have the same stuff to the downside, and then we go higher. So what I'm expecting, it's actually something between these lines, and looking to get a nice high risk to reward long around here. That's my plan. So speaking about that, let's deep dive into my plan and what I will do. So Bitcoin, I'm looking forward on taking some longs on the 103.4, 0.5, something like this. Even if we get a Monday low sweep, I'm looking for a deeper pullback into this equal lows, swing failure those lows, potentially the 4-hour FEG tap, this one below at 103,200. And then I'm looking for a reclaim or some bullish structure, some um, internal model right there on 5 minutes. I'll be waiting for a clear trading model, and then I'm triggering longs. Also, you can look for this potential trend line for the price to get on the other side of the trend line. So I wouldn't be interested in longs only maybe until we get on the other side of the trend line, and also we take the Monday low and the price would reclaim this range. So don't try to blindly long here, because most likely the price will go a little bit lower. As for the short side, as I was mentioning, I was honestly looking, and I'm still looking at 109,900. This is my first big area to look for some short setups, but you can see long way until there. So zooming in, we just wait here at the lows. Let's go on the next one. Let's go on Ethereum. And what do we see? I don't know. Also, I didn't spoke about weekly on Bitcoin. Let's go on Bitcoin USD and speak about weekly. But I think everyone already knows the weekly overview on Ethereum, on Bitcoin, sorry. Yeah, I do think that everyone knows it. So let's look at this. Okay. Okay. Weekly overview. Well, lots of eyes are still on this candle low here, on this equal lows that we've created at 98,000, and even on this weekly FEG. So there is a probability that the price at some point might even sweep this weekly FEG. There is a probability. As for the bearish side, we had a weekly bearish fair value gap at some point, and then the price just flashed through it and then took it as resistance again. So at this area, I would be looking to be more careful once again. But until then, we gotta get out of the woods. Let's go on 2 days. 1 day. So as for the candle body analysis here, demand analysis, we can see we closed above the demand area, which is all right, meaning that lots of people are uh, or smart money, because not usual people, they don't have the power to move the market like that. But you can see that big money, they stepped in to protect this area. Um, I was looking at these equal lows when I took a long at 99,999. I was looking at these equal lows, but sometimes there is a probability you need to think about which equal lows are to be taken and which ones are to be left behind. Because there's a lot of times when the market is just rallying or dumping with some equal highs created and then leaves everyone behind. Like here, for example, when we had exactly the same daily W, you can see it here, neckline retest, and then the price started consolidating and just blasted through higher. So I'm expecting about the same stuff right now. Um, and then you'll ask me, well, what are your main points of interest? It's basically the daily fair value gap, this one here. All right, so I'm expecting the price to bounce from this daily fair value gap. And maybe go for the weekend low here for the Sunday low and take this one. If it wants a deeper retracement, maybe some news. But I want this blue line to hold, essentially. If that one is not holding, I'm pretty sure it will go for 98,000. So level by level, this is the first one that I'm looking to take some longs. I said that I see the probability of going for that equal lows, but that doesn't necessarily mean it should do that or it has to do that. And regarding the rejections, you can see the price swing failure this Tuesday high and the daily fair value gap had quite a nasty rejection here. I was honestly, as I told you earlier, looking for this area to short. I thought that it has a little bit more strength to test this candle body supply area or even this one, but it didn't manage to get up here. So in my opinion, it's still strong. If we aim this area, I'm curious on how market will react here because that's the big test of Bitcoin. All right, let's go on Ethereum. Ethereum high time frame, go on monthly. I already discussed about the this 2 months swing failure, this August and October lows, and the fact that we tapped perfectly the 0.5 Gann min threshold of the monthly FEG. You can see it here. Market took it as support. Pretty nice reaction. This is not a bearish. This is not a bearish reaction. Just my 2 cents. And um, we might attack the highs because basically that's what happens when a monthly FEG it's violated in a bullish structure like we see here. The price will attack the previous supply area or even the high like you saw here. So what I'm expecting from Ethereum in the next period, it's actually go and retest 4.4, the local monthly supply. This is the next area, and then even potentially take the highs at 5,000. That's a very high probability setup right there. So yeah, that's monthly, weekly, very good candle body closing, confirming this demand. You can see even if it would have been closing here, would have been nice, but no, it closed way higher. It has more work to do, definitely. It has more work to do, but still looking good. In my opinion, this is a nice reclaim, and I took some longs here. I even posted the daily swing long. not too interested in the daily time frame. If we look at the 4 hours, then I might be interested to take a little scalp here at 3.4, around here. I'm interested in a long. Maybe we have also a 38.2 for a better accuracy. Yep, there you go. There you go, 3,400. So I'm waiting for this area first to get in any other positions. I'm not taking anything. Once I get here, I'll reassess. Maybe I take something like this and then target here. Depends a lot. If I get a nice reclaim over 3.5, then definitely I'll go with something like this. Quite a nice risk to reward ratio window right there. All right, so I think we covered both Ethereum and Bitcoin, and now we can look at maybe total and stuff like that. Get into the next ones, and then we can go into the shitcoin space. Let's look at total market cap. Well, look at we are rejecting the previous range lows here, the box which I have, and also this 200 SMA on daily. Well, maybe it needs a little bit more consolidation. With swing failure, the liquidation low, which was my main point of interest here into the POC area, I said that, okay, if the price is not bouncing here, I loaded up on altcoins quite a lot here. And I mentioned, if you go on Twitter and Discord, you'll see I mentioned about 220 billion. Yeah, everyone knows that I discussed about that specific level. 220 was quite a big key level for me. One second. Where is that one? Yeah, I couldn't get a print screen, but you can see I did mention buy the shit out of alts. So 220 billion will get into the others, and I'll highlight that one. So as long as we stay above 3.4 and we are holding these lows, we should be fine on total. Let's go on total 3 a little bit. We have ranges inside ranges. That's how I like to play this one. You can see as long as we sit above this range lows, we are going for the range highs. It's clear range play. Others, there you go. This is the 220 billion area, and we can see we tapped it perfectly. And that's where I reloaded. And I know a lot of people are watching my streams, are watching my updates, and they managed to get a nice bag on that retest. I think the wick is changing from time frame to time frame. There you go. Yeah, I don't get it why it's changing from time frame to time frame, because I know 61.8 was kissing this low at 220 billion. It's really annoying when you change the time frames and the Fibonacci is changing. I don't know if it's from TradingView or the information from the charts, whatever. All right. So First resistance area, which I was pinpointing here, was hit a little bit lower. Again, some weakness maybe across the board. I was waiting a little bit higher, but also we had this trend line. So that had a big deal to do with the fact that we rejected here at the highs. I'm not necessarily, I don't know, not bearish to say, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad lookout because we have a nice daily W. What we can do is actually have a retracement all the way down to take all this liquidity and have a bullish retest of 230. So maybe something like this. And then we create a bigger one, double bottom formation here. I'm looking again to add to my bags around here. Uh, okay, let's go on shitcoins right now and highlight what I see on shitcoins. So Fetch AI, you can see it here. The model is still standing. One second. Okay, this one has to be deleted. This one. What I like about it is the fact that initially, first look at the daily FEG, holding really nice, bang. There you go. Absolutely perfect. All right. So this is what I like a lot here about Fetch AI. As long as we are holding this pivot low, which is crucial in this model to hold, we should be all right. So we are still in the low risk buy area. It can take more time to consolidate around here, especially due to the fact that we are also against the high time frame trend line. So we can spend some time, have something like this, and then make a daily W and go higher. But I'm still bullish on this one. I still have a big bag and I'm still looking to add to my bag as long as we stay on daily and on weekly close above this trend line should above this pivot low should be fine. So we had Fetch AI. We discussed about the biggest shitcoin, Bitcoin. Let's go on USDT. So you can see my roadmap for USDT and the levels of interaction. You can see the high time frame roadmap also. Here a level for rejection. Here, for example, if it happens, I don't know, I look for longs on crypto. And here are the long range lows I'm looking to hedge short, basically. Then if we zoom in a little bit, you maybe have a better understanding. We have an M-top, which usually on Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance, they work really well. So for example, if we are pumping here into this area, I'm expecting a rejection. That's why I mentioned yesterday, sorry, the fact that, okay, we might have a Tuesday, the low of the week. So there is a good probability that this week we will have some nice rallies. Yeah, if the plans that I posted out so far are going to trigger in the way that we are planning, because you never have the uh, ability to foresee the market, and we are not predicting here. You have to understand that this is not a game of predicting. This is a game where you are creating the plans, and based on those specific plans, you are executing. So if a setup which you are hunting didn't fell inside your plan, so didn't went accordingly to your plan, it means that you will not execute. That's why you need to have in perspective and consistently have a dynamic overview over the market and adapt and execute. By the way, guys, I'm pretty sure that not every one of you managed to give a like and comment or retweet. Uh, I would ask you if you can do that. Go and like, retweet. I'll go can do its things, and it will be way better. All right, let's get back on the charts. So I'm expecting a rejection around here, maybe today at the New York session, or maybe even after the close of the Tuesday candle. That would mean that market could go higher. Bitcoin dominance. It's quite of an indecision area because you can see I have a key level highlighted here. Market has rejected on 1, 2, 3 consecutive days the key level. Also, market tried to take as support these lows for the same amount of days. So what is happening here on low time frame? It's sort of a range where the market will most likely take a decision soon. So I don't think you have an edge analyzing here. What we can do is actually, as we can see, we broke down the range, but actually I don't like to trade breakouts or breakdowns. So what it can happen actually is this to be a range low reclaim, and we can have this. Yeah, we can speak about something like this. But until then, level by level, what I'm looking at, it's actually a retest of this M top here. Yeah, so I'm looking for something like this for the moment. And that would trigger some longs into some shit coins here. All right. I will look at all the shit coins and the requests after I finish the analysis on what I have for the moment. All right. Okay. So, okay, Dusk. Let's do an update on Dusk. Nothing bearish, nothing to be worried about. Just my 2 cents. And you'll say, well, what is Dusk different from Litecoin or any other range-ish shitcoin? Well, this one has a model. It's way different than others. Why? Because it consolidated, created the Wyckoff accumulation. This is the spring of Wyckoff accumulation because it manipulated all the liquidity based on the model Q. And it created also a power of 3 by reclaiming the range lows based on the Wyckoff. And if you zoom out even higher, you'll see that actually it took the equal lows, all the equal lows, which actually created this pivotal movement to the upside, this exponential movement to the upside. So I do think this is the low, let's say, the low of the move. When you're looking at the chart, you don't want to be looking like a horse with blinders left and right, because that's what the people are doing when they look at this chart. They have the blinders on. This didn't swept any lows. You don't have any liquidation of the early positions from this area. So why would be bullish on something like this when it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal lows? When actually my entry would be around here. My entry would be at 24 bucks. So come on, just my 2 stupid cents. And that's how I'm trading. You can trade however you want, and you can trade your plans, but this is how I see the markets and how I'm trading. Hopefully you get it. So for me, this is quite a good model because everyone, if not 90, 95% of the market participants are out from this one. I think I moved around the fib a little bit. We are at 61.8 and sweet spot 706. We can go in the 78.6 definitely. My main area to reload it's below 0.05. You can see here. This is my low risk buy zone. So I'll stack these charts. I don't care about the ticker. It can be coffee or chair or glass or whatever. If it has a chart like this, I'll start accumulating here in this area with a really, really, really nice invalidation point and a damn good risk to reward to the upside. So yeah, hopefully understood. I'll not blab away too much. Bitcoin Cash, I had a short. I took the profits here where you see the zigzag lines. I'm not interested to take new position this one. KVX, I already have a long. Clear, simple. You can see the model. This is the kind of the trades that I want to take, not those crappy, wacky range forever charts. Aster, I'm waiting for a position here, waiting with a limit long order, 0.1 psychological level. Solana, I saw some people ask me, well, I don't know, but Solana is just ranging for a big period of time. If you want to play the range lows here and the range highs here, then you're my guest. When I said, for example, when we were here and I said, okay, be careful because Solana will dump to the range lows, well, a lot of people were like, no, come on, it's impossible. Well, whatever. But for the moment, we have some structure on daily and 4 hours, so we can take it as support, but we'll see. Tao, not interested in this one. I said that, okay, it's stopping and creating some structure, but it's damn weak. This strength was more of a buy the rumor, sell the news into um, the updates from Timor, what it had, halvering of Tau or whatever. But no, this most likely it will turn out into an AB equal city, and maybe we'll retest this area. I'm interested in Tau below 280, 290 in this area. This is my main area of interest, not here. So lower. And I get you're disappointed because your favorite people, they shield the breakout at 500. I cannot help. Rose, exactly the same model as on Dusk. I like it a lot. Nice, nice. Hold this box and we should be all right at 0.02. Um, ZEC, it's maybe if we reclaim these range lows, we can say that it's ranging, but potentially we can see maybe a local top on this one. We'll see how the market is solving this area. I'm not interested in ZEC, not interested in Zen. Hype, not interested. I bought some hype here for a quick move. I got some fills. I'm aiming to sell here, but if the market is weak and maybe it does something like this, I'll put a stop loss at break even, or maybe even I'll look to sell some here and reload. AR, exactly the same model like Dusk and Rose. I really like it. Weekly, it is looking nice. We closed the weekly back above. You can see weekly close above this pivot lows, which this is demand. So basically, you go back on daily, you can see all this area will be now a demand area, and I'm looking forward to see how the market is respecting this blue box right now. Multiple confluences, same stuff. Took the pivot low, which created this insane rally. So this is basically the lowest low. Nice reclaim. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. You get the idea. Uh, Ethereum Fi. I think I'm waiting for a long. Yeah, I'm waiting for this area to be tapped. Mina, same stuff. I got the same plan here on Mina. I'm looking forward on how this area will be respected. XPL, I already have some spot bags. I'm waiting for a retest of this pivot low actually to see maybe if I get a scalp long also, or even this 2.5, 0.25. So one of those two. Trump, I'm not interested. Filecoin, exactly the same setup like the other ones which I mentioned. I'm long from this low. Who I post the print screen with my buying areas, my orders. Who doesn't believe, do whatever you want. I really don't care. Not here to prove anything. But 1.44 is where I posted on VIP. I said, okay, I bought. Uh, I have the snippets of. I didn't took honestly. I didn't took too much profits here at the highs. I want to reload because I didn't have the full bag. It depends on your risk appetite. You can go with a 2 or 5% spot bag. For me, for example, I had like 2%, and I want to reload here. and I'll have a better average. We'll see how the market is reacting. I'm not hasty to get into a position, but I'll see how the market is reacting here at POC and value area low. And man, that would be it. Whew. Tia, Tia, Tia. Well. Tia is going busted. Well, I don't like it honestly, Emmanuel. Tia lost that listing low. That was really crucial. And now let's say it goes in the same manner. Like, actually, yeah, Mexi. We have KuCoin. Oh, okay. So actually, this is the listing low at $1 psychological level. Ooh, okay. Let's look Bybit. Yeah, USDT. Yeah. Yep. So actually, this could be the bottom of the. This one has 0.5. What the heck? What Bybit? We need to see at what price. At what price the TG happened? This one had $1, yeah, more or less. Yeah, I'm not interested. Okay, let's take some requests and see what do you guys want to analyze. Rune 4 hours. Not interested in Rune, honestly. Opa, sorry. Okay. Maybe if we hold above that pivot low. But what I don't like is that here you can see we are losing these range lows. This is quite an aggressive M top. And if we are losing these range lows, you can basically double that down and you can speak about the mid range here. Range lows here. So weak price action from Rune. Let's look at ZK. I think someone, yeah, I have lots of other positions. That's true. I have ZK USDT. I posted this one. There you go. It has the same model as the other ones we rejected here, where I have the red lines, whatever they might be. I'm joking. 78.6 should be a good area to reload. Same stuff, 0x. No, 0g. 0g USDT. This one. I have a spot bag. Damn it. I spoke about ZK. Damn it. Tatsu. I have a bag of this one. Tatsu CDT. I have a bag of this one. It's not looking bad. It's just ranging, nothing too special. Just a range game, nothing too fancy here. Range lows, maybe if you manage to reload around here, you can sell mid-range and range highs if you want to make some money. For the moment, it doesn't have anything bullish but the range. And that manipulation at the lows can be an early indication that we might start a wake of accumulation here. Prompt. Let's go on KuCoin. Not bad. But okay, let's say that internally speaking, we should be all right. What I don't like is this rejection, so it's clearly not yet ready to get inside a bigger range, but it's clearly staying in this range, so you can look for some potential longs here at range lows. So 4 hour, yeah, maybe, but daily, it's just rejecting the previous range lows. Tommy. Not yet. I think we need a swing failure of this listing low. I'm waiting for this one for a long period of time. It took it. Well, Binance didn't took it, so that's what matters. SOMI USDT, even P maybe. Yeah, so you can see on futures it took it, but on spot it didn't took it. SUSDT. Yeah, I saw lots of discussions about this one. What I don't like about it is the fact that we lost uh, all the previous structure from, which was the name? Sonic, but it was FTM, I think. I don't like the fact that we lost all the structure from the previous. This is it? Phantom SUSD 0.65. Yeah, that's not the one. So you get idea. Ah, this is the one actually, no? Migrated to Sonic. Yeah, all right. That's all right. Yeah. You can see this area was never retested here at 55, 56. It depends a lot on how it holds and how it consolidates around here because basically the sell-off, it's aggressive. Yeah, you can see. So it's not looking like it's finding a bottom for the moment. STG, I think I have a setup on STG. Yeah, I do have a setup on STG. But damn it, where is my setup on STG? There we go. STG, what I'd like from this one is to hold the daily candle close above. Okay, maybe it does a wick down, but I want to see it closing above this demand area. So it's in an area where you can long or look to buy, maybe spot some. But if you see that it's invalidating this low risk buy area and it's not holding it, okay, maybe 1 week, as I said earlier, 1 week to the downside, and you want to see the price trying to reclaim somehow, it's looking good. It just it has some work to do. Man, my voice. All right. So we have 40 likes. You can do better than that, guys. Come on. You can smash that like button harder. So, any other questions, guys? For Bitcoin, I'm not really yet interested, honestly, as I told you. I need a clear violation of these lows and the daily FEG, Monday low, and the 4-hour FEG and golden pocket. Until then, I'm not too interested. Okay, it can front run. I'm still long from the 99. I want new setups. Honestly, I want new setups like this. But what it can do, it's actually if we go on a 1-hour time frame, the price can just aggressively front run my orders with consistent AB equals CD kind of stuff. Yeah, something like this. So you have an AB, CD, perfectly tapped, you can see. And actually right now we can form another one. And the price again front run the liquidation level that I'm looking, not the liquidity levels and uh, the ones that I'm looking for. And you can see it's actually doing that. Be careful because on some altcoins, I think the Monday low was swept, if I'm not wrong. Filecoin. So be careful here at this Monday low reclaim because if that is reclaimed with strength, definitely it can go way higher. The buyers that stepped in initially, they can get back in. It's their decision, and right now it's just slowly bleeding until it fires back up. Previous quarter low taken as support by Mina. That's nice. We can look again at the Monday low reclaim. Previous day low, Monday low reclaim, same stuff. So I don't know. I'm just watching right now. I'm just waiting patiently. Ah, BMX. That's a good point. Let's look at that bad boy. Okay. I was having a setup here. It got invalidated on a daily time frame, but not on a weekly time frame. So I still have my spot bags, but that swing long is long gone. Well, one day. I want the price to get above this area. I was pretty bullish on BMX, honestly, and how they were developing and stuff like that. And I was looking to play this range, honestly. That's was my main thesis. Nothing too fancy. I didn't ask too much from this one. Maybe we can have a manipulation, but I want the price to get above 0.05 as soon as possible. The more time it spends here, it will become like TI and it will go like this. Yeah, minus 0.0. Okay, that's a bit too harsh from me. You get a point. So I want a reclaim of this pivot low. That's reclaimed. Okay, that's good. That's good because what it means, let's delete that, this one. What it means that we got back inside this range. And that's not bad if we look from this perspective. 4 hours. Come on. Okay. Not great. We don't have any W here. We have one here. So what I'd be looking for is actually something like this and maybe a bigger W, and that's my signal. So look for a potential double bottom pattern on this other side of the trend line, maybe here. Retest and holding this pivot low. That's my key take here. Very good risk to reward, because if you are targeting here the range highs, and you get a really nice tight W, look at the risk to reward if you play this range. So it's not bad at all. Just playing this range, I'm not speaking about the big one. Yeah, this little one. So it might be, thank you very much for highlighting this one. I'll put on my list. Very, very good one. Okay, IOTA. IOTA USDT. Holding the range pivot lows here, not bad. Has some work to do. But same stuff, it's trying something. That's a not the breakout I would take, definitely. Tries to do some W's, potentially inverse head and shoulders actually here. So I would like maybe a confirmation of this demand. So the price to tap again the 0.13 area and maybe go for this pivot low, swing failure, this late liquidity here. That's where I would look for an entry, something like this. Not bad, not bad. And then target mid-range, equal highs. Not bad. I like this one too. IOTA, USDT. Good charts, guys, good charts. Algo USDT. Let's see. Weekly. Oh, nice. Look at the previous candle close. That's nice. That's sort of a, well, bears, you should stop here. Okay. Yeah, this one's not that important actually. Daily. All right, we have this trend line. You can see exactly the same time we needed this local bottom to create this rally. So what I would be looking for, definitely that's a fractal, because I would be looking for on a lower time frame. I would go on a 4-hour time frame and maybe look for a retest of this 200 SMA around here and this W 0.16, and then maybe I can get a nice juicy long position, something like this. That's good also. Algo USDT, nice. You guys are giving me some ideas. Nice setups. H bar. Let's go monthly, see what's going on here. Yeah. Delete everything. I quite don't like it on weekly. I don't like it on daily either. You can see it's still like a descending channel. Hmm, I'd say no. It can work though because I see it's stronger, but on a daily time frame, it's kind of got back inside the range, rejected this supply area. We can go lower back to range lows. Too much equal lows here. I just don't like the chart. That's all. Q1 or QNT. 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 It's in a big ass range. Same stuff. If you want to buy the range lows and sell range highs or mid range, that's it. I don't see too much developing structurally speaking from this one. Sushi. Oh, okay. Let's go on this one. I like the fact that it's holding this pivot low. And this one, that's very good. Technically, if we look at this pivot low, this is the pivot high. Intermediate pivot high, it's exactly where we rejected. You can see highly accurate. So it's basically in a maybe accumulation range. I'm curious on how it will react here at the lows if we go with the 61.8. And also look at this trend line. I'm curious on how it will react after maybe we swing failure this pivot low. If we reclaim the trend line. So I'm interested in this one here at the lows of the range. BCH, I'm not that I discussed earlier about it. Bitcoin Cash. I had a short on it. I'm not too interested in doing anything else right now. Monthly time frame STX has achieved the bid but closing above STX. Weekly, not great, not terrible. Yeah, this is your main pivot low to look for. Closed above it, that's not bad. And look at this shitty candle, and this is not even the liquidation event. Yeah, I'd say that has a little bit more work to do. You can see actually, if you look even at this trend line here, has some more work to do. Not great, not terrible. Weef, weef. Man, you guys are taking advantage of me. Not joking. Like PJ said in his live stream, go and bug Stefan. You guys are really doing it. Yeah, but be careful. I mean, it has to hold these lows. If it's losing the lows, it means that demand is not there. And what's actually sort of go with the market, go with the flow, and then can go lower. Yeah, for real, beautiful charts. BNB and RSR. Nah, BNB, I'm not interested. This looks dumpy as heck. No, 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 no. It's looking bad. BNB is looking bad. RSR, man, this motherfucker. Um, I had this diagonal uptrend, this upside momentum, and now we kind of broke it. So I'll imply that we are speaking about a range. Play ranges, guys. Stop playing those influencers breakout because that's not how you'll make big money. Big money is by playing level by level and ranges, not to being locked for months in a trade. Rejecting here for the moment. I don't have a clear pivot low to think about this upper range. So this upper range, for example, it doesn't have a range lows. It doesn't have something like this. Took the low, then reclaimed. So he can tell me, okay, look at this is the range lows. I don't have structural information to. I have this W definitely, but it's against an M, so no. The structure, I just don't like the structure. I can't say, okay, look at this. Usually, after so many years of charting, I just see a setup. Like I was wondering at the beginning, I was wondering how the heck PJ see the setups. I mean, he was just waking up 3 minutes looking at the chart and was like, oh, okay, there's a setup. There you go. There's a setup and so on. Now I see how he manages to see all the setups. So yeah, not interested, honestly, not interested in this chart. Useless, useless like me. Well, this is a chart that I like, not bad. But man, what's that low? Useless. Let's check on Binance because mm, useless. Maybe KuCoin. I like KuCoin more to chart. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Swept the low, but not swept the low. I don't know. I would say that this is the supply high. Let's look for a M top LJ here. Okay, might work with that. Let's look at the second one. Yeah, we are rejecting this one. Too many equal lows for my taste. I don't like stuff like this. And it's not Bitcoin to say, okay, I will long this for our FEG. It's a shit coin. I learned my lessons with the shit coin. When I'm trading shit coins, it's only liquidity trading. I don't trade anything else than liquidity on shit coins. What? SNX into 720? What? It will go to $700? This one? This one will go to $700? Man. Well, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Too high, too fast. I want to sell all of it. Well, good luck, Andre. Make a plan. Uh, where would you sell BCH? I don't know where I would sell. I can tell what I would do. Daily looks ugly, Andre. I have to tell you. This is a Wyckoff distribution. If you wanted to sell your bags, could have been at 600, and then you reaccumulate at the range lows. So most likely this one heads back to the range lows. It's one of those big shit coins that plays ranges forever. Just my two stupid cents. Uh, Dot. Dot I have a setup you can see here. So range lows holding on a daily basis. I'm looking for this two area to hold. If this one, I already added to my bags around here. It's one of the coins I added. So I'm looking for these two areas to hold. And why I'm looking for that? Because it's easy. I can do a sell half on a double. Damn easy from where I bought. Yeah, range low, range highs. I bought around here. Easy sell half on a double. So why? I mean, I should say that I don't like the free money. That's why I'm not doing the shorts. Do the shorts, guys. Ignore whatever everyone is telling you. Even what I tell you. If I tell you it goes tomorrow to 1 million, ignore it. Do your sell half on a double and get your free money. I should make a coffee or a tea. Let's see what Discord it's saying. Unirip. Uniswap. I see Rocco posting a nice setup over there. Liquidity taken. Daily gap poke. Nice one on 4 hours. Nice one. Trade in the range. I see CryptoPoly mentioning even Zegdam Hard might be still worth trading in the range. Trade in the damn range. Stop effing around. I don't want to say the word, but stop effing around. You can see I'm trading the range here. This is a range, nothing else. This is a range. So stop, please stop it. Yeah, this is a range. Tao, a big range. It's not like I told you so. No, I don't want to say that. I'll let that to others. This is a range. So why I would imply anything different if the ranges are holding that well? Stop it. All right, peer. Nice, very good one. Um, interesting. Same stuff. Range lows, range highs. I would like, honestly, okay, even if it's this one did like a 200% 2x, Um, I would like to see it consolidating for days here, to see just ranging here. Even if it goes sideways for 2 weeks, I would like to see this area hold. Yeah, really nice one. I have a okay average. I was buying at $1 and I bought some more at around 0.6. I did a bet here at the lows because I was waiting for a reclaim and I had this consistent downtrend and I was like, okay, it needs to break it. And now it broke it. So I'm waiting for this area 0.75 to see how it develops. I was calling for a THG on fetch, guys. Previous day low, Monday low. Okay. I even have a setup there. Ooh, look at it. THG. THG gives a something like this. Yeah, I wouldn't take necessarily THG right now because we have that Monday low, but that's a different setup. So you can do like this because why I'm bullish on Fed? Not bullish. I see a bullish setup. Damn it, I'm speaking like a retard. Um, because of the daily, I repeat, it retested it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Look at this daily candle, really nice. It's holding the lows, and I think this one can do really nice if you manage to get a setup with a tight stop loss with the TG and it breaks out, and you manage to ride the breakout. Well, ooh, that's good money right there. That's good money right there. Oh, guys, my mouth is hurting. Anything else that you want to look for? I'll take 2 more requests and then I'm finishing the live. Need to take a break. My chart is too colorful because I have ranges in the ranges. Okay, it's better now. Oh my God, but you jumped, not joking. ICP, range. There's no breakout. Yeah, it's breakout from these lows, but I'm looking for a reload around here, low risk buy area. So it has to come back to 0.5. I know influencers were shilling it at 8. And then that it goes to 2 digits. Come on, guys. Range. Have patience. Can bounce from 6? No, I don't see it bouncing necessarily from 6. I see it bouncing from 5 and 4. People. No. Well, I was looking, I don't know, with Bocian or who mentioned Sipol. I was looking at this 4-hour W, but man, it's taking his time, not joking. I mean, look at it. Yeah. I need a proper breakdown of this supply, and then maybe I buy the retest. MPK? What's that? Guys, I said 3, not 130. Ugh. 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 I charted it. Mm, mm, mm. No. Theta, it's losing the pivot low which created a new high. That's not a power of 3 anymore. It's a power of bye-bye. Ah, yeah. No, I don't have anything on Theta. It's rejecting the pivot lows here. So that's not good. And man, stop using, guys, stop. You are here on Crypto Telegram, you're not public. Stop using this sort of logarithmic chart to confirm your bias. I saw this bullshit. Oh my God. So they are just using the logarithmic chart to confirm their bullish pennant bias. And I saw this. It's not working like this. That's not how you do the TA, and it is not working like this. Just my 2 cents is not working like this. From my experience, this is not how you should trade. Yeah, and then they are targeting 3,000. I saw even 20,000 and stuff like that. Come on, come on, you can do better. It's like going on Bitcoin on monthly, yeah, and I don't know what to expect some monthly analysis for. Yeah, I really don't get it. Even Ethereum, you can do this. Yeah, you can find the same crap setup on Ethereum, and you have your whatever bullish triangle setup pennant, and then I'm targeting what? I'm targeting 54,000. 54,000. It's next, guys, from the TA guys that are doing TA on Litecoin. So you know where to sell your Ethereum next. 50,000. That's and I saw this post and they were saying, well, that's a conservative target. So conservative target next for Ethereum is 56,000. You know, I'm joking, hopefully. Let's get back to our horses. Stop I don't know, smoking or what, or I don't know, taking stuff. Come with the foot on earth. PJ, PJ is really, I mean, PJ is the man. What he did for the public, if he types Litecoin, he gets a mute. So he gets like timed out for I don't know how many hours. I need to check on Dino, but that's what is funny. Because there's a lot of nonsense. And okay, I will finish with this one. Uh, Timeout for 1 hour, and then there you go. So he put like 1 hour. Oh man, I love it. I see some people muted automatically. And I finished with this one. When Ethereum, I'll go Ethereum USDT. I'll finish with this one, and then I'll go, and then fart coin. PJ did exactly the same stuff when we had this Ethereum 3 days actually. So we had this, yeah, 15th of May, something like that, May, 10 May, whatever. You can see Ethereum was at 1.8 thousand. It's exactly here. Look left because it's cloning itself. Yeah, you can see it's cloning itself here. So we were at the bottom, and everyone, all my timeline was shilling Fartcoin that it does 100x, and the next target is $10. Ethereum was here. Ethereum made a 250% rally from the bottom, 240. And this one, let's take only isolated from this date, 177. And this one did a what? Minus 82%. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You can do better. Minus 70%. You can do better. Come on, please. It's exactly the same crap right now. Exactly the same crap. They are trying to create a diversion to move the majority's attention in a place that where there is no restore reward. And now I finished. Hopefully no one asks me anymore about it. Oh my god, I'm dying. I spoke non-stop. Any other questions? If not, I'll make a coffee, a tea. I'll call it a session. It was quite a nice session. I think everyone has its plans on place. He knows what to do. No? Hello? I'm still here. I see no comments, or maybe they are delayed. It happens sometimes. Or there are no comments actually. Well, all right. Let's call it a session. Hear you in how much? In 4 hours from now, PJ will be live trading publicly Peter, hope you're joking, man. Hope you're joking. We'll be hearing everyone has access on that session. So everyone, if you're on Discord, you'll have access to the New York trading session. By the way, so lots of questions about where can I learn how to trade, guys. You can learn how to trade in Capua One. And by the way, if you tell PJ, well, I have a referral code from Stefan, you can get a discount. So if you want to learn how to trading from zero, from scratch, then I recommend Capua One. All right, that will put you in a very good place with your education. Uh, will put you in a very good place with the education. You will know what we discuss about. You will know where to look, what setups to look for, and the charts that are actually bringing you value. So if you think that Litecoin has very good risk to reward here, then I recommend you taking the money out of Litecoin and going into Capua One. That's what I would do, and if I would be in a position like that. That's what I would. That's how I would take my decision. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in, and we'll hear you again in 4 hours. Bye bye.